If you're new to me or new to who I am, I'd like to give you a little bit of a introduction, just a little warm up here, if you don't mind. I woke up to my guardian angel's voice in 2012, and that voice gave me 8 pages of notes. And over the coming months to years, the divine became my primary instructors, and they taught me. I was very much a skeptic at the time, so I was not an easy student for them at all. The divine taught me that I am an empath, an psychic, an intuitive, medium, and they trained me with all of these modalities, with all of these abilities. I am a firm believer that we all have these gifts. I know that there's philosophies out there that you're either touched or you're not. My philosophy is we all have some way of tuning in to the divine. We all have some sort of extra sensory perception. It's how we move around best in this world with our logic reasoning as a best friend to our logical mind, our logical reasoning. Especially if you can get the two of them to behave in concert with one another. So the divine became my primary instructors, and they asked me to start teaching what I was being taught, which was very fun. And it was very easy for me. 2013, 14, 15. I was giving many talks about empath awareness and empowerment, and healing modality came in. The divine taught me several different healing modalities, and because I was such a skeptic, I asked to be, let me sit in a room where people are being trained on this, because I just couldn't believe it. There's the link. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer's put the link in the chat function. So the divine taught me a few different modalities where I can go in and recode someone's DNA. We can do past life healing and clearing. We can do a type of energy medicine that allows the soul to ascend into its next embodiment. So along with the talks that I was giving all those years, I was also performing lots and lots of long distance and remote healing sessions. I created my first online spiritual school called Messengers of Spirit in 2014 and 15, and trained many intuitives how to confidently communicate with their divine support teams as well. Taught many empaths about their own superpowers. And in 2019, the divine gave me kind of like a software program for the new earth. And I kind of want to go back and mention a couple of things. The beings that I've been channeling, the divine taught me that I can basically connect to anything that has vibration, frequency, or consciousness. So over the years, I've had conversations from everything from a cat to a plant to a hurricane to a planet. I can tune into the subtle vibrations, the frequencies, and I can have conversations. So it went very quickly from being a messenger for spirit guides and guardian angels to ascended masters, archangels, and even galactic beings. So in 2019, I was basically given this software program for what New Earth is. There's about 80 different lessons that I had to be reprogrammed, restructured from kind of the old earth, that's what I call it, the old way of doing things, to the new way of doing things. And these are things like, that help us not be in competition with each other, that help us experience more unity. These are things that help your heart have more consciousness and more awareness. So this connects into business, because when you stop seeing profit and sales as the primary focus, you start to lean into being of divine service and feeling what that looks like, and having conversations about who you're here to serve, who you're here to support. And so the divine invited me in 2020 to take on this mission of being an oracle for the New Earth Business Collective. There's a collective of New Earth missions and businesses. And when I tune in, I can see them, I can sense them, I can hear them. And they said, now that you have gone through this understudy program and you understand how the New Earth paradigm works, and you've kind of restructured your frequency, and you live in balance, in reciprocity with Gaia, now we would like for you to go out and teach what you've learned. And so that's one of the reasons why I've been asked over the last year and a half to share workshops, this live stream tonight, because the divine's asking me to get the word out, to continue this conversation, to teach and share these concepts. For those of you who are just hearing some of this for the first time tonight, I really appreciate you opening your heart, your consciousness, your mind, to just even deliberating on some of these concepts that the divine is going to end up sharing with us. So that's, hi, Crystal. That's a quick little introduction about me. I'm so grateful and so glad to see so many of you here tonight. And I'm looking forward, like I said, to being of service. I spent this summer here in England sharing a workshop with Jane Scanlon that's called Build and Expand Your New Earth Biz. And it was so great to take these, wellness, service-based businesses. We're talking like massage therapists and healers of different facets with different modalities, mentors, and kind of show them, give them the blueprint and show them the ropes on how to take that business and shift it into the dynamics, the intentions, and the energetics of the New Earth paradigm, so that we are coming from a space of love and balance. And we're exploring, being of service through our creativity, through our inner artist. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing that link. So does anyone have any questions about what I've just shared that you would like for me to go into depth a little bit more on? I guess I forgot to mention, when the divine invited me to take part in that next mission, the New Earth mission, I went through a whole rebrand of my business, and the online spiritual academy called Messengers of Spirit became New Earth Magic School. So we still have built into the foundation the empath empowerment for empaths, the psychic skills building for intuitives, and then the mastery of divine communication. But that program, that very robust 80 different lessons to take us out of the old earth way of doing things and into the new earth way of doing things, that is now in my signature program called Spirit Messenger Mastery at New Earth Magic School. And so if you feel like you're someone who believes that you're meant to be a teacher for the shift, for humanity's shift, I definitely recommend that you take a look at that program, or anybody's program, because you can learn these new wavelengths one at a time over your lifetime, but it's going to take a long time. And so when the divine had me download this very robust, very comprehensive, magnificent program, it was like the lights came on for me. It really made sense why humanity's not getting there fast enough, because we don't have this manual. And so if you see anyone out there in the internets or out in this space and they're saying that they're a New Earth mentor, really feel into that, and feel into whether or not you feel like they have like a blueprint that they have embodied, because that takes a lot of time and you can feel the difference. I do believe that I am not the only one who channeled this program or this outline. but I definitely can tell the difference when I am perusing things online. I can feel the difference when something's been created specifically with marketing buzzwords and when someone has created from their soul knowing these new earth codes. Jennifer, I'm wondering if you did this by yourself. Now, um, if you're talking about the program that the divine gave me for the new earth paradigm, I would say that we established the foundation of that throughout my channeling from 2012 to 2019. I used to channel large volumes of material. I've got tons and tons of journals, and um, I would have conversations with people about the large quantities of material that I was channeling, and through that time, my guides asked me not to read any books, but I would be at like dinner parties, meditation circles, spirit circles, and my friends would tell me like, "You're literally quoting things that I've read in the Neale Donald Walsch book. You're quoting Panache Desai. What you're saying is in the Conversations with God books, or it matches it in Eckhart Tolle with the New Earth." So I had all these outside sources reflecting back to me that the material that I was channeling was accurate, relevant, and so that was extremely validating. And then in 2019, I did invest 5 figures into a mentor who um, who did have a very well-rounded. She had already established some of these new Earth codes that I'm talking about. I would say out of the 80 that the divine's given me, I would say about 40 of them um, did I receive from her through her material. And so that was 2019, and it took me about a year and a half to receive that energy medicine wise, psychic surgery wise, and then embody them, and then shift the ways I was being in my day-to-day life, because this changes the way you interact with your family, it changes the way you do business, it changed a lot of my programs, the way I structured my programs, the way I talked about myself online. I was no longer bragging, I was no longer trying to be the best, I was no longer criticizing or putting anyone else down, I was no longer hiding either. So there was a lot that came from the journey, whether I was being like home trained by my divine support team or actually receiving the mentorship. I would say that having that mentorship, like I said, it was 5 figures, it was a heavy investment. It really elevated my understanding and awareness. So it really locked things in and gave me even more confidence to talk about, share, and teach these things. But after I received that training, the divine said, "We've got more for you." And I've continued to add to those frequencies and codes. Crystal says we have similar journeys. Yes, we do. We've talked about that.
Thank you so much for checking out this video today. Be sure to like the video, share, subscribe to my channel. And if you really had a wonderful experience on this video, I invite you to share your reflections in the comments section. I love reading those. And if you would like to explore some more of my juicy magic and medicine, please visit my website at newearthmagicschool.com and register for my email list. I've got some things that you're going to love exploring.
And if you would like to join our wonderful safe space on Facebook, we have a beautiful community called Be Your Own Guru. Until next time, bye bye.